Hey, this is director, producer Alan Wills, and I am on Positive Power 21 with Jerry Royce Live. And when I'm online, I listen to Jerry Royce Live at www.spreaker.com/positivepower21.org. Y'all heard?
Have you been hurt, been backstabbed, got a talking back team? Well, you're not alone, no. Escaping to another reality through Dominic Wilkins' good books, audio books, paperback, ebook, good books. Available on authordwilkinsgoodbooks.com.
I'm director, producer Alan Wills, and I'm on Jerry Royce Live worldwide.
You are listening to PositivePower21.org with Jerry Royce.
What up? It's your boy Kano Kingston.
Hi, this is Angel Sessions.
Hey, this is Cotton. Hi, I'm Teresa Powell.
Hi, Jerry. This is Ira Sandro Carter.
Hi, this is Phil Powers.
Hello, this is Teresa Bobby with Jerry Royce Live.
Hi, I'm Philip Barron. I'm live on the Jerry Royce Show.
Hey, what it do? It's your boy Houston Saint.
Peace, this is Dahlia the poet, spoken word artist.
Hello, this is Lamar Marquise with Jerry Royce Live.
All right, everyone. You got Robin Lynn, and I'm keeping it live right now on Jerry Royce Live.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's up? This is a award-winning podcast with the greatest podcast on earth. Thank you for stopping by. I'm your host, Jerry Royce Live worldwide on internet radio, where you get your positive on. So when it's all positive, it's all power. That's positive power. This is a worldwide podcast for growth, wealth, and success. Thank you.
Think you know how drugs get in those little brown bottles? Think again. Set in the green hills of western New Jersey, inside the gilded halls of power of a U.S. pharmaceutical company where decisions are worth billions of dollars and human lives worth less. Nicholas Harding, a young executive at Marshall Pharmaceutical, finds his career, family, and life in jeopardy. The Farmhouse, a suspense thriller novel by Bill Powers, published by Donna Inc. Publications, available at Amazon.com or DonnaInc.org. Go to Bill's webpage at www.authorBillPowers.com.
Are you looking for the next great read? A book filled with love, passion, betrayal, and intrigue. The award-winning novel, Season of Change, by Tamika Patrice Kane, is sure to satisfy your literary sweet tooth. Check out this must-read book reviewers are calling uplifting and emotional. And exceptionally great read, deeply intense and thought-provoking. Order your copy today, available in paperback and ebook on Amazon.com or at www.tamikapatrice.com.
Are you an author looking for promotional services or a reader looking for a great read at low prices? In this competitive world of books, Writing Royalty Promotions is dedicated to bringing authors and readers together to build a greater respect for literature through our various promotional services and online bookstore. So head over to WritingRoyaltyPromotions.com and check us out.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and welcome to PositivePower21.org. I am Jerry Royce Live. All right, tonight we got a Book Buzz sponsor. That's right, sponsoring episode 305, and that's going to be Marilyn Dunn. Check her out.
Hi, I am recording artist Marilyn Dunn from St. Louis, Missouri. If you are looking for some soul-stirring, anointed, spiritual, and heartfelt music, visit my website at www.MarilynDunnMinistries.com. Or you can also find me on CD Baby, iTunes, and Reverb Nation. For booking information, contact Mr. Kevin Dunn at 636-856-0551. That's 636-856-0551.
You're listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide on Spreaker.com/PositivePower21 and PositivePower21.org. This is episode 305 with Alan Wills. Alan Wills is an independent filmmaker based out of Indianapolis, Indiana. His love for film started at a young age when he was recruited to help behind the scenes on a school play. Will's love for horror and suspense films prompted him to write, direct, and film his first short, Night Stalker, within a day. Alan's a photographer, director, and producer, and has had pleasure of working with other local filmmakers and playwrights. Alan Wills has quickly been recognized as the king of short films, with having several under his belt. He has produced films such as Night Stalker, Mistress No More, Mary, and co-wrote What's the Dirty. He is currently working on filming Couples Conversation with local playwright Nicole Kearney, as well as a full-length film, Shallow Vows, that he wrote with his wife. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Alan Wills, independent filmmaker. Enjoy this presentation.
Hi, this is Angel Sessions, and when I'm in town, I listen to Jerry Royce Live, PositivePower21.org, where they play my favorite music.
All right, that's right. We play her favorite music. Alan Wills, welcome to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide. How you doing tonight, brother?
Hey, man, I'm never bad, brother. Just truly blessed, man. That's all it is.
Amen. Glad to have you on the show, man. Glad to have you. A lot of talent, man. We got, amen. We had a chance to check out your work on YouTube, man. We liked what we saw, man. So we was excited to have you on, man. And yeah, sorry about that piece, but you doing HBO. I thought Brandon told me, man, that you feel the void, you know, when the HBO movies fall short in that hour.
Well,
I was like,
I thought, you know, with the research and everything that my wife and I do a lot is when we go into endeavors such as like this with films and her books, we will do the research and notice that like networks, HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, TBS, TNT, Sci-Fi, they like to have those short films to fill up those in-between times when one movie ends into the next film. So short films is easy to throw in there instead of trying to have try to throw in another long film or showing a whole bunch of commercials. You know, people get bored and want to push the channel, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, man, you ready for your first question?
Yes, sir.
All right, the first question for Mr. Alan Wills is, who is Alan Wills, the filmmaker?
Well, I'm just a brother trying to fulfill my purpose that I was put here on earth to do, and then I believe is to make films. I believe God put on my heart to make 3 specific films that we will get into, but I really believe that I'm sitting here to entertain people. I'm a father, I'm a husband, photographer, director, producer. My passion for films, especially horror films, started from late at night on Friday night watching here the old shows in Indianapolis used to come on called Sammy Terry, sitting in late night making sure my dad and my mom don't catch me watching it because it come on late at night. My goal is to become the king of short film, though I have full lengths that's coming out. But I love making short films, especially for people like my wife. You know, she likes, she's more of a book person, but when she watches a movie, she wants to see what happens at the beginning and hurry up and get to the end. You know, so short films are more exciting because they're short. You have a short time to keep people on their toes and their attention. So short films is where it's at. I love them.
Yeah, me too, man. That's awesome, man. You know, I mean, the filmmaking is an interesting subject anyway. You know, sitting in a classroom now. Now, do you have formal training?
Well, other than high school, I went to the Art Institute in Indianapolis, but I went there for digital photography. I was talking to the counselor there, and she said this is the doorway to get into film school. Well, I didn't want to do digital photography as a profession. So I felt like I was really wasting my time and my money. So listening to, filmmakers that's already out there, they were saying go learn here and, workshops here and things of that nature. So I learned a lot of stuff that I do on YouTube. And from YouTube to, like I said, the workshops and things of that nature, I don't want to spend $70,000 going to a school when I just learned how to make a prosthetic hand on YouTube.
That's right. That's right.
My wife, she does a lot of the research anyway on how to get distributions and things of that nature. Since I'm independent, I want to stay independent, so I don't want to go and try to get investors. Sometimes they come in and want to take over, but I have a certain message when I make films, to get it out there to the people. I don't want someone to come in and change it. Yes, it's really hard. It's really hard to be an independent filmmaker, but the best thing is, doing it yourself and looking at the product on the screen and says, I did that. Didn't need to go and get somebody else to come in and do this. And once you buy the camera and editing equipment and the editing program, you're good.
That's right. That's right. Now, have you had an opportunity to work on any, filmmaker set, that comes to town? Have you been on any of them?
As far as sets that comes in, no, I haven't.
Work on a set like a grip, handling cable, just any old thing just to be around the environment to see how those guys, how the director, handle his business.
Right. Oh, yeah, I definitely want to get into stuff like that. Definitely. Any way to learn. I'm always willing to learn anything. The more knowledge, the more the better. It's just that opportunity just hasn't opened the door for me for those things. But, yeah, anytime it comes along, I'll jump on it. Just a grip or anything like that, just to sit next to the director and watch what he does. That's what I mean.
Right. So there's no productions, come to Indiana? You haven't seen any?
Not really. If I do, I'd be missing them. It's just the fact that, one film that my wife and I, we talk about it all the time. I think it's called, let me get it right, A Fault in the Stars. I think that's what it's called. It's based out of a book, which the book was based out of Indianapolis, but it was filmed in Pittsburgh. And so that bothers me a lot. And that's one of my goals that I wanted to say, that to build my own set, my own backlot, my own studio, so independent filmmakers such as myself can come in and film whatever they need to film. It's so hard here in Indianapolis alone to try to get film permits and permission and things of that nature. People want to charge outlandish prices for these things. I don't mind supporting anybody, but at the same time, if I go to this barbershop and I want to film in here, give me the okay, because guess what? You're getting free advertising, to be in a movie. You shouldn't have to go all the way to Pittsburgh to film a movie about Indianapolis. There was a movie came out some time ago called Eagle Eye that had a scene in there that's supposed to be in Indianapolis, and me and my wife was watching. It's like, I don't remember that street. It's sad that they go to other cities and do this. So I want to build this place so independent filmmakers can come say, hey, I don't have no money. How about a bartering system? Or, hey, I have a little bit of money. I just need this little bit of area back here, your wooded area. Or I want to use your sound stage to do this. Let's get the paperwork done so we get it going to get you out here, because nobody had that for me, so I know how hard it is.
That's right. It is hard, man. Now, Baltimore serves as, like a production studio for Washington, D.C., because it's pretty cheap here. Not a lot of people in your way. We got a lot of the same type of buildings that they have in D.C. So they've done a lot of, like, Will Smith, Bruce Willis movies, Richard Gere, Julia Roberts, all of them been to town. I actually was in a movie with Kevin Bacon and Elizabeth Perkins, Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman is always here. Yeah, man, we've seen a lot of good movies come here, man. Tom Hanks, I think he did a flick here, too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, man. Some big-time movies, man.
That's what I'm trying to do. I want to get people to start coming here and want to come to Indianapolis, want to come to us and want to film here instead of, we're going to make a movie about Indianapolis, but we're going to film it in Pittsburgh. So it's not bringing no jobs here for the people. It's not bringing no money for the businesses that's here. You know, the main thing is, like, start doing these small businesses. You know, this mom and pop restaurant or this mom and pop grocery store. Let's put them in the movie, give them some type of publicity and advertising, put them in the credits so people will come here for touring or something, visiting the city. But, oh, man, let's go to that restaurant where they filmed that movie Shallow Vat, you know, something like that. So that's going to bring money, tourism, and definitely give people jobs here.
That's right, man. Got to keep the money moving. Yeah, and that's one thing. It does help with tourism because people get excited when they watch. I know that what help us make decisions where we like to go sometimes is the Food Network, and then we watching it. And a lot of places right here in Maryland is right on. I said, we need to go to that spot. You know, all these places just like 30, 40 minutes away, and we have never heard of those places. You know, but it was exciting.
My wife,
we
used to watch the Travel Channel and, like I said, the Food Network, and we watched what's his name, Guy. We watch his diners, drive-in and dive, and stuff like that. So we always sit there and, oh, man, we need to go to that place when we go to St. Louis. That's how we found out about the restaurants they have there in Chicago, you know, places like that. So we watch that. So when we get there, we already know where to go. We got it mapped out. We done got on that quest, and we know exactly where to go.
That's right. That's right. I remember I had a really good friend that I met up in Chicago when I was taking a sales course up there for 2 weeks, and he was from Indianapolis, and he knew Chicago really, really well because I guess he said he went to school there, and he ended up moving here in D.C. I need to catch up with that brother too, man, see how he's doing because he actually moved to D.C. But yeah, man, it's like it's surprising, you guys don't see the big production. The Indianapolis Colts have pretty much put you guys on the map with their successful franchise, with all the publicity them stealing our team from Baltimore. Everybody knew what was going on. I never even knew what it was until that happened, especially now when we go to play you guys.
I was sitting there, I remember as a kid, my mom worked at the post office. That's right across the street from where the old RCA Dome was. And I remember going to pick her up at night, and I thought because of how the roof was, I thought it was like a bread factory or something. I was a kid. I didn't know. And next thing you know, I remember on the news, they talking about here come the Mayflower trucks and things of that nature. And I'm like, okay, as a kid, I'm not understanding. But as I got older, I start to realize, this is pretty epic because we done stole their team.
Yeah.
This is and something else. But the thing about it is y'all can't get jealous because y'all won a Super Bowl before we did.
Yeah, man. It's right, 2000. That's right.
See, there you go.
2000. Then we came back again. That was right on time, too, man. The second trophy.
That was beautiful.
Man, in fact, we actually live in the same community as their facility. They're real big with community involvement. My son is like a huge Ravens fan, so one of the employees actually works for a Taekwondo program I sponsor, and he invited us to come there right before draft, right the same year that the year they won the Super Bowl. Of course it was going to draft season, and they had the facility cleaned up, and they invited us to come by, took pictures with the trophy, held it, hugged it. They took us on a tour. He got a chance to meet the television people. Because my youngest son actually enjoys communication production as well, because he actually studies some kind of technology in school, and he kind of exposed him to the how to work the mixer, the boards, the mics, all that kind of stuff. So he got a little exposure to it on a big time level.
And that's crazy because as a kid, when I was growing up, they didn't have these type of classes. I was talking to a guy at work today about that. I'm like, we didn't have those type of classes growing up. Now they teaching kids foreign language in elementary school.
And he's a foreign language major. Yeah, he's a major only in 6th grade. That's his major, foreign language. And my daughter, she took high school French when she was in elementary school. So that's why it's so easy to her now. Yeah, because she in high school now, which is like easy. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what you do. It started when young, man, and that's what I teach. My nephew, I was trying to get him on board with this film thing. He was partially interested in. I said, if you're interested in, just come on the set with me whenever I'm filming.
Right.
You can, like you said, be behind the scenes. You can be the boom operator. You can be the grip. You can be the assistant. Many things you can do.
It is.
Where I can't leave the set. I can't leave. Somebody needs a prop or something. You can go get it. He has his driver's license. But that's what I would love to do. Like I said, we was talking about that earlier. But with the opportunity, like with the Colts and stuff like that, going down there and visiting, like you did with the holding the trophy and stuff, they had stuff like that they have the opportunity to go. But they get to hold the Lombardi trophy. Got lucky.
But this was a private tour for us. This was a private tour with nobody else there but my family, my brother and myself. It was just us. That's right. We ain't shared with nobody, man. All my selfies, man. It was just me. Yeah,
but
man.
I used to work at a Wendy's. I was a manager there for 3 years, and the owner of that Wendy's was a former Colts offensive lineman named Randy Dixon. So I got to meet a lot of those people. Reggie Wayne used to come through the drive, and Joseph Adai too used to come through the drive-through all the time. And a lot of the Colts players come through. I got to meet them, the old and do several autographs and everything. So yeah, I feel good with that. Just haven't met no Pacers players though.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I know Brandon said he was going back and forth with you guys. Now, he's actually studied film and actually had an opportunity to go head-to-head up against a filmmaker from California for a job with a big Fortune 100 contractor. They were looking for an AV specialist to come in to do their setups for their company, the video, top secret conference and stuff like that. Right. And this filmmaker, I guess he was trying to take it easy. It's a very competitive industry in California. Once the job is over, you never know when your next meal gonna come, where your next check gonna come from. So he actually beat this guy out because he had 9 years experience, working with some of the latest equipment in the industry. And even then, when he went out for that job 5 years ago, it has changed tremendously because him and I was talking about getting a camera before, and the cameras was like well over like $5,000-$6,000 the ones he wanted. But he was able to, borrow equipment from Morgan because he was going to Morgan University at the time. He was able to, sometimes we were able to get the equipment out and go out and do some talk shows on the street, like, with vendors and, getting their perspective on the business world. And we really enjoyed that, man. But I was like, wow, why the equipment is just so big right now when digital technology is like right around the corner. And then we're here. Yeah.
And I was telling the guy who worked the same thing. I'm like, it's an epidemic, man, that's going on with these, like, cell phones, iPads, and tablets. It's taking over. My camera I use is a Nikon D5100. And I'm about to upgrade to get the 810. It has a lot of better features on there. But, yeah, you don't really need to necessarily go. I know exactly what you're talking about. My wife wants, and we both want the red camera. But that's the minimum I've seen was like $5,000. So I went on Amazon. We found the camera I needed. We got a very good editing program, Sony Vegas Movie Studio. Like I said, I got on YouTube and was watching a few videos. I forgot what I was looking. I think I was looking for a slit throat, how to make a slit throat prosthetic, and I found a lot of stuff on there, like Indie Mogul, Backyard Effect, the Frugal Filmmaker, things of that nature, and also Film Riot, which all of those, if you go on YouTube and type those in, they'll definitely pop up. And I mean, you'll learn so much. I built a dolly track. They said how to build a dolly track for $30, and I built it for $13.
Wow.
If you look on the Hollywood set to buy a dolly track, it's going to run you between $700 to a couple thousand.
Yeah, you got to be creative. Man, you gotta be creative. I mean, we do the same thing around here. We built our set because we try to do videos to engage our audience. Let them know that we real and not just behind the mic. You want to be a little visual and have some fun with your audience. So we do little fun little things with the kids. And we just using most of the time we just using our tablet, but we got I think we got a Nikon or a Canon that shoots high definition, but we hardly use that thing. I mean, the tablet can give me real quick quality right in the studio, but we got real high-powered lights, you know.
Right.
So, because I studied a little bit like years ago on, you know, when they was really teaching you lighting. I don't know how they teach lighting now. It's hard to find a good video on lighting, you know.
YouTube, man, I'm telling you. Well, also,
yeah,
when
I've been
I was
out there on
artist,
YouTube.
Yeah. When I went to the
I've been out there a
Institute,
couple times.
Well, on YouTube, I think it's just a lot better because you actually see the people actually using and doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the classroom, it's the book, and then, hey, you get out there, and then you get hands-on, and you still like, well, what do you mean three-point lighting? You know, and then they'll show you, but still at the same time, you want to see how they're actually doing it. Then you pretty much just mock what they're doing, not feel a little more comfortable. And stuff like
that. I learned a
lot
from YouTube lighting. Yeah, I learned a lot, especially with the different type of lights we had with the umbrellas, and then I found out we only need them, you know.
You
get a chance to really see what you look like.
Yeah, I say if you have the right light bulbs, you don't need the umbrella.
Right. We hardly use it. Sometimes I just use it just to blow up the background so people won't see all that junk we got in the back. So I just blow it up, you know. Then we can be on camera and everything looks good. Yeah, you know how junk it gets in the studio sometimes when you're running out of space.
Oh yes,
I
went on the Amazon and got the I think it's called Cowboy Studio, and it came with 2 lights and the chroma key background, the white background, and black, and of course with the stand. But then, and that was like $110. Then turn around and bought 3 more lights, and that was like $100. So, I mean, I just killed them with 5 lights in the background for $200 when you look on the other websites to go to the professional stuff. And just for 2 lights, it was like, we went to a Cord camera, and one of the lights alone was $300.
Yeah, like, nice, though. Yeah. Yeah, Brandon actually found a good deal. He actually found some real high-quality lights from some stage place that this guy was trying to get rid of because he was getting rid of all this stuff and upgrading. So he got a really good deal on what we got a lot of lights. Some of the stuff just sitting in a bag, nice heavy cases, good quality stands. You know, sometimes you read about how some of the little dials on them break real easy, the screws. You know, so like that. And I think Cowboy was one of them that was mentioned. That they were saying you got to be careful with. You know. Yeah.
And it's funny that you brought that up because I did break like the little twisty on there. So hey, I'm telling you, in this industry, independent film, duct tape and electric tape is going to be your best friend.
Oh yeah, we tape up a lot of stuff, man, just to reinforce it. Because I remember reading that and I said, well, you know, I mean, it's going to happen. You know, the stuff being handled a lot is being moved a lot because we got 2 studios, and out in my house, so we try not to move the equipment around as much as we don't have to. Just try to let it stay until we need it and drag it out. You know, so you got to do what you got to do, man. All right, all right, ladies.
That's what we do.
Alan, we're gonna take a quick break, man, and then we're gonna come right back, finish talking to you, man, about we're gonna get into your short films, man. And talk a little about business, where you think you're going to go with all of this. All right? So everybody hold tight. We're talking to Alan Wills, the filmmaker out of Indianapolis. All right? So hold tight for this commercial break.
Are you looking for the next great read? A book filled with love, passion, betrayal, and intrigue. The award-winning novel, Season of Change, by Tamika Patrice Kane, is sure to satisfy your literary sweet tooth. Check out this must-read book reviewers are calling uplifting and emotional, and exceptionally great read, deeply intense and thought-provoking. Order your copy today, available in paperback and ebook on Amazon.com or at www.tamikapatrice.com.
Are you an avid reader of urban fiction, looking for drama, suspense, and more? Read World Publishing is dedicated to bringing the world's best literature to our readers. Urban fiction, erotica, sci-fi, mainstream fiction, and children's literature are just some of the genres produced by our diversified family of authors. You can reach us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and at our website, www.reachwellpublishing.com.
What do you give to a person who has everything? Hi, I'm Darlene Rucker-Williams, and I am the owner of Stylish and Stellar Gifts by Dar. I get this question all of the time. At Stylish and Stellar Gifts by Dar, we specialize in customizing gifts for people and pets too. Our gifts are original and one of a kind. Not only do we deliver, we ship as well. We work according to your budget and your theme. We have gifts for all things, including baby showers, sports teams, get well, bridal, birthdays, pets, just because, and that's just to name a few. So let Stylish and Stellar Gifts by Dar take the worry out of your gift giving today and also for the holidays. Our website is www.stylishandstellar.com, and our phone number is 443-682-5664.
Hi, this is your girl Cotton, the softest voice in poetry. And when I'm online, I listen to Jerry Royce live worldwide on positivepower21.org. You should be listening to Jerry Royce live.
That's right. You tell them, Cotton. They listen to Jerry Royce live worldwide on positivepower21.org. Just keep in mind, when you want to listen to an updated show, all you got to do is go to positivepower21.org. The homepage will play the show automatically, the last show that was uploaded, and it will continue to play. That's right. We have 300. That's right. This is the 305th episode with Alan Wills. That's right. The filmmaker, the photographer, director, producer, husband. That's right, businessman. All right, Alan, welcome back. All right, man, I got another question for you.
All right.
We were talking a little bit about this in the beginning when we was chit-chatting before the show started. It's a lot of stage plays. You got a lot of directors, producers thinking about putting their production on digital, for like iTunes and Hulu, all those downloads. What is it going to cost them, man, for them to hire a guy like you, man, because they can't afford the big boys? What is it going to cost them?
I'm always open to negotiate. Even negotiate barter systems. I get with my publicist, and we'll set up interview, conversation or something, and definitely talk about it. I'm always open to help out people because I got the opportunity for someone to step in to help me, so I definitely want to step up and help somebody else too.
Yeah, that's right. Now, where you see yourself going, man? I mean, are you guys, are y'all really trying to sell, some of the productions that you guys are writing and directing? Is that your goal, to sell these to the cable networks?
Well, with my short films, I want to send them to film festivals. There's plenty of them to go around. I want to hit up as many as possible. But the full-length films that I have, that I believe God has put on my heart to make, there's one called The Pit. The full-lengths, I definitely want to put them on DVD and get them out there to sell, either DVD, digital download, and things of that nature. Maybe even try to get them on networks. But The Pit is one of them is full length. As a man experiences hell, and to learn how important it is for him to turn his life over to God. Then we have The Last Days, and it's about an influential man who has been given the task to warn the world of the rapture. Then we have another one called In the Beginning, which is the time between the creation of man and the fall of man in the Garden of Eden. Those are more Christian-based films, of course. Now, it's kind of it's kind of weird because I do a lot of horror films. But I believe that God put those 3 films on my heart to make. But he's also given me the opportunity to make the short films that I want to do, which are horror films. If I never make, I just want to say this, if I never make a dime off my films, I'm going to be happy because I got to live my dream, which is become a filmmaker. And I did my job as far as what God sent me here to do is just make those films. He put that talent in me. He's opened the doors when we prayed about it. We got our life in order. He opened the doors for me to meet the people and the opportunities and things like that. Everything just opened up for me. So I know that he's paved this way for me to do this.
That's right. Amen. Amen. So do you see yourself moving into, Christian films? I know you're doing horror right now. Everybody like to be scared, be really scared, because a lot of, to me, most of the horror films out there are directed towards, the teens, Yeah.
It's more teenish and gore. I mean, not gore, but ghost stories. I'm more of a classic slasher film. I don't fool with anything demonic. Like growing up, my favorite horror film of all time is Friday the 13th. Every last one of them except for Part 5. But I'm more, like I said, horror film slasher. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, things like that. But as far as going into, like I said, Christian-based films, because I'm always open to do those things. People come talk to me, and we'll definitely work something out. I want to hit every single genre it is. I don't want to be labeled as just a horror filmmaker or just the action thriller guy. Though my favorite genre is horror, it's only because this is something I like doing. And of course, I want to branch out in other genres.
Right.
Like I said, with The Pit, Last Days, and In the Beginning, those are Christian-based. And maybe those will open up the doors for more Christian films, whether if I come up with them or somebody else come up with them. I don't want to make those 3 and stop. But I want to keep making films until I leave this earth.
That's right. Do your thing, man. Now, it's a lot of money that could be made out there because digital is so big right now. I mean, people be on Netflix all the time, looking for a good movie, man. I mean, you got these HBO series doing really well. I mean, like I know my wife, she loved watching Mary Jane and then you got people who want to do their own reality shows. And to me, the group that need the reality shows the most is probably the police force because they need to reinvent themselves with the community. Yeah. But because now I'm hearing now that some experts in business is saying, you shouldn't write a business plan, you should write a customer plan. So thinking about what this dude that said that was one of the big CEOs of Pepsi Cola and Apple, and he said you should write a customer plan. If you had to write a customer plan, what would yours sound like if you had a chance to present it?
Well, you need to find out what the consumer wants. That's why they have those teams, the people that go out and ask the people on the street, what do you like in this film? What do you like in this or that and the other as far as, a film, a book, and things of that nature. Focus groups. That's what I was wanting to say. You got the focus groups that help you, and they give you the feedback. We was just recently selected to be a Nielsen family. And Nielsen family is pretty much doing the same thing. They take a group of people, find out what they're watching. Okay, this is what the people want, so this is what we're going to give the people. And that's important because a lot of people throwing these movies together, and it's like, are you kidding me? And I don't mean to, make fun of anybody like that because I'm trying to get out there. But at the same time, it bothers me a lot. My wife and I talk about it. These people have the financial means to make these films or these books, and the stuff that they come up with, whether if it's degrading women, putting black people in a bad light, putting police officers in bad light, and things of that nature. You want to, of course, right now what's hot is, of course, reality shows. Every channel has a reality show. And so the more people watch reality shows, the more reality shows come on. my thing is this: you want better TV. If you're going to make a reality show, make a positive reality show. Stuff like Run's House was awesome. It showed, people in the positive light. And when the network said, hey, we want more drama, and he's not having it, they want to cut him off. People want wretched. And I'm not about to produce wretched, man.
That's right. Now, if you had an opportunity, well, I guess you don't want to put it out there with a story, because I'm the same way. I have these great ideas. Like, my thing is, I like thrillers. I love suspense thrillers. And I want one that's not going to insult me as a viewer. I want one where you're going to challenge me, and I'm not going to just blurt out who I thought did it. I want you to make it so that I don't have no idea who this guy is, or woman. What is his purpose? Why is he doing what he's doing? I want to, and there's some good ones out there, man. I mean, some really good ones. Because I gave up on a horror film, to tell you the truth, man. They just like, this crap.
Well, and the crazy thing about the horror films is coming out, they do a lot of nakedness and stuff, and it's always got to be naked. I'm like, you can make a story without the woman being naked. My wife loves suspense thriller movie. One of the best ones she showed me, I didn't even know it was out. Untraceable. I mean, it's very good suspense thriller. Keep you on your toes, man. And when you was bringing up the Netflix things and DVDs and downloads, some of the best movies go straight to DVD. I mean, I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't know I can't remember if it came to the theater or not, but I think it's called Old Boy, one of Spike Lee movies. Yeah. Oh my goodness, dude, 5-star. What? Why haven't anybody heard of this? I remember posted it on Facebook. People are like, what's this? I'm like, really? You haven't heard this movie? You have to go. And I also recommend people going to I don't know about in Baltimore or any other city, but here in Indianapolis, in the local library, support your local library, by the way. You go to your local library and they rent your DVDs for free.
My brother actually a manager. He's a manager at one, so he gets them all.
I'm telling you, go to the local library, get the movies, watch them for free. Stuff like straight to DVDs, some of the best films. And you sit and watch the Oscars, you sit and watch this movie, like, how did this movie get an award over this movie? We recently watched Wolf of Wall Street. Other than the wretchedness that's in it, it was a good storyline. It was like, it got to the point where I was like, I don't know if I want to finish watching this movie. It's like, just turn it down. Turn it down.
Yeah. Because I asked her the same question, like, what? She said, that's supposed to be a pretty good movie. A lot of them were independents and they fly under the radar, but, the people who, viewed them and decided to, give the awards out, the committee, they liked them, Now, there are some great indies out there under Netflix if you go into their indie. Now, one thing that's getting really, really popular, and I guess because we didn't know because, we straight, but a lot of the gay films are really, really popular. And some of them got really strong storylines. Sometimes you're like, I don't know if I want to click on that because somebody come over, they're going to see my playlist. Yeah. That time I took a chance on one, about these females. They were really, really good. The storyline was really strong, Yeah,
I just haven't seen
I like war movies. Like, my thing is war movies. And I finally found some really good war movies. They finally started dropping in my playlist. But one came on about this black soldier who found that he was up against more prejudice and hate than the doggone Nazis. That's what he was saying. He's like, my own enemies are right here on my team. And that was a really good storyline. I can't remember the name of the movie, but I just saw it the other day. It was like a tank gun. They were gunners on a tank.
Right.
So that was pretty interesting, over there fighting over in Europe, So that was interesting, fighting the Germans.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I just seen it. Like, was the one with Brad Pitt in it? Is that the one you're talking about?
No, not that one. This one. I can't remember none of the stars. I mean, it was this one black guy that pretty much had the lead role. But it was called Saint something. It was called Saint something. But I can't think of the name of it now. It fell in my playlist, and there was another one I'm looking at right now. I just saw it. It was pretty good also. But if they finally some of those independent stuff fall into your queue, you're like, wow, where was this? You couldn't find it because a lot of your biggest stars are not in them. A lot of times you find yourself trying to for a good movie, you're going to put the big name guys in it, Brad Pitt, Pacino, those guys like that. And, I've seen it. Because they were in the movies. Lizelle, all of his movies, we normally catch them as soon as they come out. So,
I love independent films directly to DVD films, because some of these small time people, first of all, need the help to get the exposure. But I mean, not only that, it's because they haven't been tainted with the Hollywood, quote unquote. So their heart is feeling it. It's not a job. It's not something like that where I have to do it. It's from a hobby to something that I'm getting the opportunity to do. That's how I feel about my films. I'm blessed to get the opportunity to do this, so my passion is there. I'm loving it. Everything about it. And when it start becoming work, that's when it's going to start. That's when you're going to stop loving it. And I don't want to get to that point. Like you said, the independent people, man. I'm telling you, though it's hard, stick with it. And I mean, big things is going to come out. It's a lot of people, like I said, Nicole Kearney. There's Katie Chapman, I believe her name is. Karma Courage is her production company. I mean, she made a short film called Home Security, man. I'm like, you need to make this a full length. She's like, everyone keep telling me. I'm like, dude, this is really good. If you go on YouTube, get the opportunity to watch it. It's called Home Security. It's really good. We need more independent people to come out and do this thing.
That's right. And Netflix is talking about is associated with Spike Lee. We're not talking about that one where this girl was a talk show host on this college campus, and it was about black and white issues on campus. Was that you talking about that one? Because somebody they had that going through Facebook a little bit. Yeah, they said the director was kind of connected with Spike Lee, or he's one of the executive producers. But my wife told me that was a pretty. I think it wasn't, because I know my wife really liked Gone Girl. I thought she told me that was an independent for a while.
Man, that was awesome. That was a really good movie. I wasn't expecting it to be that good.
Yeah, that's what she told me. But it's another one out now that's floating around as a trailer that it's this black girl, light-skinned female, who's like a radio talk show host on the college campus, and she's like bringing up these issues about black and white. Like she's saying white people don't think that you're not racist because you have one black friend and that's your weed guy. Yeah. So you got to step it up. You have two black friends. You remember that name?
Yeah, I can't remember the name. I remember seeing that on Facebook, and
it's called White People. I think that's talking to you white people. Yeah. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, Dear White People or something like that. I think my wife was telling me about that because we was. I think it's already on DVD. Matter of fact, on
it might be. Yeah, it's out there. I think it's available for digital download right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they are out there, man. Because I think, matter of fact, YouTube at a point where you can actually download movies for a fee. Because I remember one time I saw some full-length movies come out and they wanted a fee for them.
Yeah, I think they charge now to watch either full episodes of TV shows and full-length movies. So, yeah, YouTube charge now. And I don't blame them because, I mean, they're getting killed with Netflix, Hulu, and things of that nature. So you might as well join the crowd. Can't beat them, join.
That's right. Now I got a big question for you, Alan. I mean, I'm not sure you thought about this, and your wife thought about this in, the long haul, because you have companies that come out of nowhere and do successful marketing and slick advertising. They're able to become who they are, and that's like the Red Box. Red Box started out a little box in the grocery store areas, McDonald's. Now they're online. I get my downloads from them, between them and Netflix. I'm back and forth. I remember Netflix was struggling because they were the first of its kind to do what they were doing, and now the technology is there and they stream it in high definition. There's no buffering. People got built-in Wi-Fi in their house. Do you see yourself becoming a little small digital download company of just specializing in independent or short films?
Well, yeah, that sounds something very interesting to do because, like you said, for independent people, creating a company, an outlet for them to, instead of trying to get their stuff in Red Box, things of that nature, have a place like that for strictly for independent filmmakers. That would be a great idea. I would love to have my stuff on Redbox, Netflix, Hulu, things of that nature. But like I said, right now my stuff is on YouTube. And trying to get on the Vimeo also. Yeah, man, that's a great idea right there. You need to patent that.
Well, I've been doing this show for a long time, man. I get all kinds of dreams. Now, yeah, 'cause, I'm a visionary anyway. I've always been an innovative guy. My creativity kind of scares me sometimes. But my question for you too: how hard would that project be for someone like you? Like you come out of, because like right now, okay, all right. There's two questions. All right, I got two questions for you. All right, if you wanted to move your projects to Hulu, how hard would that be for you to do that?
It's just like pretty much anything. Like you have to make a proposal, go to them like with the focus group, say, hey, we've noticed that like my horror films, for instance, horror films is growing right now. It's really popular in this and the other. You need to put my film in there. My film is about this, that. Get with them, work out the percentages, what they're going to get, what you're going to get, and it's more or less up to them. What they're going to get out of it, of course, they're going to look at that overall. But that's why people like us, independent filmmakers, need to come up with some of this so we don't have to pretty much more or less on our knees begging, please show my stuff. That's why I love film festivals also, because before I thought it was going to cost a lot of money to get into film festivals, and some of them are as cheap as $25 or even free. So something like that will help us out a lot to get where we can be mainstream, not necessarily mainstream where we're working with big name companies, but mainstream to where we could be seen on different networks. We have our own place where people can go and get our movies from, even digital downloads and things of that nature. So we'll have the indie film digital download. We want to get to that point.
So how hard would it be for you to become an independent online, downloader, place where people can come and find, untapped, unknown filmmakers? How hard would it be for you to become a baby Netflix?
A baby Netflix. It's plenty of ways. You can even go as far as if you have a blog or a website to do it from there. To have people visit your blog. Now you have people visiting your blog, seeing upcoming stuff that you're doing. Also at the same time, hey, you can see the trailer to whatever you want to watch, just like you do with Netflix. Say, hey, what is this movie? Watch the trailer, and then say, yes, I want to watch it. I pay $1.99, and then you can just watch it straight, have it streamed straight live from the your blog or website. So that's another way we can get around it too.
All right, I got a proposition for you. I'm gonna tell you after the show. I don't want to put this on the air, but I'm gonna see if you could do it. If if you and your wife had the interest, the passion for it. Since you do have a love for indie filmmaking, that means that this is your industry. This is where you got your start. Until one day, if someone come along and say, hey, we want to buy this from you. We like what we saw on YouTube. Can you do this for us? Can you do this commercial? Now, how hard would it be for your production company to start moving into doing commercial work, for a lot of these web companies who need, visual aids,
Well, actually,
how would they get you? You got a website for them to find you? Because I know your stuff is on YouTube, but where can they find you online?
Well, online, you can go to my blog, which is Still Edge Films. My production company is Still Edge Films. So you can go to stilledgefilms.wordpress.com. That's my blog, and it has contact information on there as well.
Spell that for us, Alan. Spell that for us, Still Edge.
That's a STEELEDGEFILMS. Yep.
All right, so you said Still Edge. All right.
Yes, sir.
And that's your blog. Okay. All right, man. So we're going to take a quick break, man. We come back. We're going to get your final words. All right? You ready for your final words?
Yes, sir.
Everybody's hanging on to you, to all of this passion behind, one thing about what you're doing, and your wife, it's another part of being free to express yourself. With your talent, just expressing yourself, and at the same time, giving people the hope that they can do the same thing. You have a lot of people just sitting back saying, "Why?" How? To me, this is like motivating for them to get up and want to do something that they have a passion for. And it's not costing you a whole lot of money.
Yes.
What's that again, Alan? To hear you.
It's easier than what they think. It is.
Right. It is. All right, everybody, hold tight. We're going to get a message from James Deshay. I forgot about my man with the romance poetry book. It's out there for you, ladies. Check him out, James Deshay. Let's listen to him right now from Book Buzz.
Are you looking for a great book of poetry that is romantic, heartfelt, and full of male emotion? Then get Thoughts, Love, and Reflections by James K. Deshay. That's Deshay. Go to www.jamesdeshay.com. You will enjoy Thoughts, Love, and Reflections.
All right. That's James Deshay. You got a poetry book out there. Check them out, ladies. JamesDeshay.com. All right, we're talking to Alan Wills. Him and his wife are independent filmmakers based out of Indianapolis, the team that stole my father's favorite team, the Colts. Well, we're going to let them slide. I think, Pops, if we let them slide since we got the Baltimore Ravens.
I got two Super Bowls, man.
Right. Black and purple and black. Right, Purple Friday. I love me some Purple Fridays too. Man.
There you go. Let's go, Colts Nation. Where y'all at? Colts Nation?
That's right, Raven Nation. We don't play, man. We beat up each other, man. We so tough out here.
You know
man.
what I mean?
We tough, man. All right, now I want you to hold tight after the show, man, because I want to spring this idea on you real quick. I just love talking business. But give us your final thoughts, man, tonight to our audience who's listening, man, people who are waiting for that inspiration, that motivation to get things jump-started, to do God's work. All right? All yours.
First of all, I want to thank God for this opportunity, man, because I know the doors is opening. I really appreciate being on this, your wonderful show, man. I appreciate talking to you and meeting you and your producer. Man, chase your dreams. I started out as an actor on stage doing plays at school, man, and one day somebody didn't show up. Director asked me did I want to work in the production part of it. Ever since that day, I fell in love with it, man. Chase your dream. Don't give up. Practice, study, research. All the information is out there. You just got to go get it. YouTube will be your best friend. If you can't afford to go to school, do that. Ask questions. Speak to other people that's in the industry. Bump elbows. My pastor have always said, if you want to be rich, hang around rich people. If you want to be smart, hang around smart people. If you want to be a loser, hang around losers. And I do not advise you to hang around losers. I'm blessed. I'm better than blessed. I get this opportunity to do something that a quarter of the world gets to do. And I'll just stay on them knees and pray, and God will make a way for you.
That's right. Amen, man. Wait, good. The final thoughts, man. That's so important, man. You got some people, man, can't even get out of bed in the morning, man, because they so depressed, man. I always say the best way to fight depression is to find something you really enjoy doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something God, bless you with, man. All right. Well, that's the end of our program, man. We really appreciate you coming on. Being my episode 305, man. I love that number, 305.
305.
That's your number, man.
Hashtag 305. Right. Let's do that.
That's right. That's right. Episode 305 with Alan Wills, man. We're going to give a shout out to your beautiful wife, man, for doing a good job on that piece that we got to see, Night Stalker. She did a great job, man. I was waiting. I was still looking, man. I was like, that's it. That's the end. Oh, now I'm looking at time on the YouTube channels all the time now.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, look, real quick if I can, I'm going to tell you, I was at work, and I thought of that idea around noon. and I got off at 2 o'clock. And I called the two actors that's on there, Reggie and LaShonda. I called them. I said, I got this idea. Do you want to do it? He was like, well, my wife she got dance practice at this time. I was like, well, okay, we can wait. He said, no, just come by and we'll work it out. So from 2 o'clock, I went home, wrote it. I told my wife, I said, we free on the schedule? She was like, yeah. So I got this idea, sent it to her. She edited it, got over to her house about 6 o'clock. They did their thing, man, with no experience, man, and they put their heart into it. I really appreciate it. Got it done by 10 o'clock, and I uploaded it like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that was a trip, man. He was outside, man, and rang the phone, and she probably like, hey, what are you doing? Call him, and he right behind me. Stop playing.
Hey, spoiler alert.
And that could have went a little further than that, too, man, you know?
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
wow. You know,
I actually had
she already said no, because she said, no, not tonight, I'm tired. And then she said, all right, and you outside. That would have been messed up. All right, man, let me get out of here, man. So hold tight, man. This is Joy Voice Live. I tell you guys, I tell people all the time, Alan, they want to hear the good stuff. I mean the real good stuff. I mean, you get to hear a person who's working their passion. They're finding a way to make it happen. They're not worrying about the money. They just making it happen. Listen to these programs. We have a lot of guests on these shows that are making things happen. We had a young lady last night who started her own magazine in D.C. She's going to make it happen. That's right. We had a young man who's fighting cancer, but he's still on stage spitting out rhymes and blasting out God's words to save somebody and passing a church in the heart of the ghetto in Florida. That's right. We can do it, y'all. So I'm telling you, if you want to listen to the good stuff, you listen to Joy Voice Live worldwide on positivepower21.org and Spreaker.com/positivepower21. Thank you for tuning in to Joy Voice Live on positivepower21.org and Spreaker.com/positivepower21. This is a Voice Enterprises production. And don't forget about replay on Facebook.com/Joy Voice Live. All right. And we appreciate all those people that were listening to the show tonight. Take care, pass the word, share the show. We appreciate you guys. We're in 12 countries right now, trying to hit 15. Please follow us on Spreaker.com/positivepower21. Thanks a million, y'all. Stay awesome all week long. And hold tight, Mr. Allen.